And we're live. Woo!
Woo!
We are live.
We are live. All right. Very good. So, we've been talking in the background when all you fine people can't hear the super secret nature of us gamers behind the scenes. That's where all the juicy
It was an
tidbits
oddly monk fruit centric discussion.
Very monk fruit.
Yeah, monk fruit. Don't do it.
Don't do monk fruit. That's what we've
Don't
learned.
do it. It's bad for you.
That's what we learned.
Serious. Oh my goodness.
Monk fruit. Not even once.
So those of you, watching will notice that the layout has slightly changed.
Yeah, there's a blank spot with no token.
There is a blank spot with no token. Thus lies the mystery.
Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun. That will be revealed before too long. Never fear. It's meant to make you wonder. All right. As you guys were resting, you realized that one of your members had abandoned or been taken while resting. Morikovic is nowhere to be found.
Isn't that just typical?
Per usual.
But he is.
I'm sorry, knocked out.
He is pretty prone to wandering off on his
Wanderlust.
own. Yeah, I mean he's a desolation strider. That's not uncommon. Of course, Chilele was left behind with the understanding that you would come get her before you left. Beyond that, a trap was triggered on the house you are standing in front of currently during our last session, impaling our poor elven friend's foot and sending him into unconsciousness. He was immediately restabilized, thankfully, but he's pretty hurt. Once again, just to reiterate as well, the house you're standing in front of, listed on your maps as number 7, you can tell was a private home. The thing that made it stand out is it appears not only in excellent state, but it appears to have been maintained or possibly rebuilt sometime after the events that led to the destruction here locally, which I think is what enticed your curiosity. So,
It is what enticed our curiosity.
yes.
At least mine.
So I will give you guys, we're going to say you guys took a rest after last session. I'll give you guys a long rest too if you'd like to recoup. Van Warren, you'll regain consciousness.
I won't say no.
Yeah, Van Warren, you'll regain consciousness and gain a hit point unless our friendly neighborhood doctor has anything he can do to accelerate your healing process in that time.
I don't, but I would like to do something and look for stuff.
Okay, go for
Taking
it.
a long rest.
You do have a thing.
Yeah.
It's a very valuable thing.
Yes, you do.
I do have that thing. You are correct.
That thing.
If we can, Ed, I am holding on to it, as everyone is aware of the fact I have it. That seems more like a we can't rest. We need to use it immediately.
Unless you're Van Warren.
Oh yeah. I mean, whatever
Alright.
it is, I'm sure I would have used it.
Or I'm gonna get a mist thing, and I'm gonna actually turn it into a misting thing. I'm gonna see what happens if I try to mist everyone with it. Aerosol it.
Over here doing my breathing exercises. Don't mind me.
Did we ever discuss how exactly hit die and rest healing work in the Cairne setting?
1 hit point per long rest. Hit
Okay.
point per long rest.
Ow, that is not
There are
allowed.
no hit dice.
Yeah,
There are no hit dice.
1 hit point per long rest.
Wow.
Alright.
One.
It's-
Wow.
it's-
Wow. One. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. One.
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 Yeah.
Wow.
We're going back old school with it.
Wow. You did say he was going to put the advance back in D&D, so, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
The struggle is real.
That hurts.
Poor Genesis squeaking
What?
along.
Wow. Wow.
You know, on the positive though, Genesis, when you go home, you'll be able to tell all your friends that you know what chlorine gas tastes like.
First of all, what friends?
Aw.
People that I talk to? What do you mean?
Wilhelm's your friend. Wilhelm's everyone's friend.
You know, for the
Yeah.
only Becklerite in the group, Wilhelm has actually been remarkably friendly and accepting to all. I have to give
Yeah.
him credit. I have to give him credit.
He is a benevolist first, Becklerite second.
You made
That's good.
Saoirse feel a lot better. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, so that's good. So you'll find that that's a successful roll, by the way, Wilhelm.
Cool.
You'll find what you need. Are you going to use it?
Yeah. I am going to. I'm actually going to create, considering what we faced, an antifungal.
Okay.
And then. Search.
Then what? Sorry.
How long does it take me to search for, like,
An hour.
what's the time? So an hour, so. I'm gonna try again to create one of my healing ones.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. No, I'll give you that one.
Okay. And I am going to create. Okay. I'm trying to figure out whether a salve or a tincture would be better suited for the injury on Van Warren.
Probably a salve in this case.
Okay. Yeah, I will create one salve and use it on Van Warren.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Give your roll.
Okay. Medicine check.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage.
Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So that'll add an additional 1d4 to your healing, Van Warren. So if we actually get a 4, that'll be, oh, look at that.
+2 from the botany skill.
There you go.
So it's a 6.
Plus your,
Okay, then.
plus your 1 for the natural rest. So 7.
Hurrah. I am not dead yet.
There you go. You're practically covered head to toe in bandages and wraps and salves and poultices, but you are alive.
You are much more okay than you were yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much
Sorry,
so,
dude.
Yes.
Whoops. Sorry.
Very good. Very good. So, Jesus. All right, so the night passes uneventfully, and nobody like tries to ambush you or take over your camp while you're sleeping. And beyond that, I apologize, but I'm gonna have to ask you to give me just a second while I deal with this gnome that is terrorizing me in the background. Bear with me 1 second. We'll be right back. We're back.
So like,
Sorry.
they're so much better with the mods. I'm telling you, it's just ooh.
You got to be careful with war elephants. They're both a blessing and a curse.
Dude, the elephant is insane. The elephant is actually insane. She'll just run in there and just like keep running and plow somebody over. I'm like, whoa, okay.
You gotta
Didn't
get
know you could do that.
you gotta get a bunch of clips of that and put it to the background music of was it the Black Eyed Peas running?
Just picture me trying to stealth somewhere and then those heavy footprints behind me. Do 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 do.
Sounds about right.
It's insane. She's not built for stealth, but she's incredible. Just watching her run over a shellback and just keep running. It's ooh, ooh, ooh.
It still counts as stealth if everything's dead.
Yeah, yeah, apparently so. Oh my goodness.
So we are back. We are back. Apologize again for that disruption there. My little goblin decided to dump orange juice over her head. So.
Oh dear.
But it's all good. So Van Warren is much better off now than he was. Everybody's kind of up. Your breathing treatments are done.
Before the untimely disappearance of Morikovic, the last thing he did was teleport inside number 7.
This is true.
Did he happen to open the door for us?
I think he did. If
Yeah.
I remember right, he did.
He did. He did. Yes, indeed, he did. We'll at least make sure that happens.
Yeah.
Because that would just be unfair. So, the inside of this room, it's a single room. It takes up the entire edifice, right? There's some type of the furnace on the far wall, and I think I actually described this to you a little bit last time. There's a furnace on the far wall that's filled with humanoid bones. There's a small writing desk in the center of the room, and on it is an old inkwell with a feathered quill, some parchment. That's really about it. The room is dust-free aside from that. There's no cobwebs or anything like that in the room. It's spotless.
What's on that writing desk?
The writing desk. Well, the inkwell itself is dried up, like the ink is solidified, and the quill is, the moment you touch it, the bits of it just kind of feather off onto the
Right.
desk. There's about 15 sheets of parchment on the writing desk itself, and what appears to be a last journal entry, one that was forgotten and left there,
Huh.
Ooh.
which I can quite happily share with you or with everyone, up to you.
Yeah, I'll share it with everyone.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, there you go.
Ooh.
So yeah, I can read it out if you'd like, or. But it,
Please do.
All right. The fools seem to think that I am their salvation. It has been nearly a month since the black took the world, and this location sank into the depths. More than 2/3 of the town dies in that moment, and it is impossible to continue to act as if I care any longer. My wounds from the ritual are fatal, even in this form, which leaves me no choice but to escalate my plans for ascension. The change requires a sacrifice, a great sacrifice. As if most of the world wasn't enough, but that is neither here nor there. That twit Burgermeister has agreed to let me take what is left of these simple, pitiful lives and use them for my higher purpose. If I cannot ascend into deific power, then the world is lost and our blunder is for nothing. The world will remember me as one of the vilest villains ever to walk Cairn. But wealth or starvation... but they will never understand why. We did this to subjugate the only remaining obstacle in the way of real progress. We almost united the entire world under one flag. No more wars, no more hoarding of wealth or starvation. One world united and working in unison for the greater good. I damned my soul as a sacrifice to this end. Now, as if to mock me, the gods themselves have abandoned us. We had their blessing, and yet they slink off into the safety of the outer realms like rats from a sinking ship and leave us, their charges, to flounder in the wastes left behind. I will place my head upon the crown they left and serve the betterment of Cairn from atop it. For no king or queen can do what I can, no leader has my vision or power. I shall rule from the seat of the spirit, and damn the regality and divinity to the pits they left us in. I shed the last of my dying form for the sake of the world. Tonight, I shall call upon the hook horrors that languish in the nearby caverns. Tonight there shall be blood and glorious sacrifice, and I shall become the god this land needs and deserves. I shall become Zendel, master of Cairn.
I feel like that note needs to end with a, like,
It would be suiting.
I guess in many ways it was implied.
Like,
Yeah.
it brings that moment of Austin Powers where it's just Dr. Evil just progressively gets louder with it.
Oh, yes.
Turns out there's a second page just covered with that
Or
in
the
different
back.
fonts.
Or the back. It's written in lemon juice, so you can't exactly see it.
Got
You
it.
have to hold it over the flames of his greatness in order to read the text.
This is true. This is true.
Gotcha.
Ironically, and one of the things nobody's realized yet is each one of these sheets of parchment is probably worth about the equivalent of 15 gold. Paper is really scarce.
Not
Yep.
too many of those decent trees left.
That note also explains what the larger skeletal remains potentially are.
Yep.
Damn it.
Bones. That's right. You can do a lot with bones.
The
Imagine a
remainders
hook
of
horror
Zendel of the
scimitar.
Aberrant Flame.
Zendel of the Aberrant Flame, yeah. You guys remember him from your previous incarnations.
What?
What a jerk.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
Incarnations, quote unquote.
Yeah, incarnations.
What's the what's the incarnation?
I have no prior incarnations.
You'll have to ask.
What do you mean?
You'll have to ask the spiritualist.
I'm
Hey,
a
hey, hey.
specialist in these things.
We all survived, except for one. There aren't any spiritual people for him to find.
Uh,
I got
Plant
most of them
guy?
off.
Unless you're reincarnated from the evil party.
yeah, the voice in my head saying some weird stuff, and I don't know where he's going with this.
Nice.
Listener wanders around the rest of the home, just poking idly in the corners.
Okay. Well, digging around in one of the corners, you'll find an old cloak and a pile of old bandages next to an old cane propped up against the wall and a wide brim hat on top of it all.
I weigh the bandages in a hand. I just go deposit them on the ground next to Wilhelm.
It's a substantial pile of old bandages.
You make do with what you got, really.
Yeah. They look used.
Yeah.
They'll boil clean.
With what water?
There's loads
That's
of
a
water.
really good question.
There's loads of water all around you.
With what clean water?
Oh, that's a more relevant question, really.
If we head out much the same way we got in, there was plenty of water there. And if we can't find clean water, we're gonna die anyways, so, you know. There'll be
If
some
it's
eventually.
brown, drink it down.
You guys did find some brown water.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Although that could go on a t-shirt. Just saying.
First of all, no. Second of all, how dare you? Third of all, no.
You put it on a shirt with like a coffee cup so people look at it and they go, well, yeah, I get it, but...
You should be more specific.
I thank you.
I guess.
I just wander on.
Okay. All that's left aside from the furnace and the writing desk is really pretty much an empty room.
I would like to look at the cane and top hat.
It's a polished mahogany cane. Some fairly intricate carvings on it. Nothing that you recognize, but probably fetch a decent price for it. I mean, wood's once again fairly scarce. It's, the hat's really old. It's a nice hat. You could tell at one time it was real nice, but it's been laying here for decades by the look of it.
Decent condition, though? I know it's been sitting there.
Decent. What'd you say, Van Warren? Did you say you wanted the hat?
I want the hat.
Oh, well, there you go.
You want the hat?
I want the hat, yes. I'd love the hat. That'd be great.
I will give you a hat. You can match me
All right.
in my top hat.
You now have a black, wide-brimmed hat that's probably 60 years old or so.
All right.
Anyone object if I take the cane? It seems to fit my style.
I do not object.
There you
I don't object at all.
go. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I would think it would be interesting to see the plant guy walk around with the part of a tree, but it's just for
It
the
would
laugh.
crush some of the blossoms on top of my head. I don't think it would really work.
He's only allowed to use that if he walks
Hat
up.
or the cane? Because I was talking about the cane.
I don't know. If listener develops a pimp walk with a pimp cane,
Sadly, given my
Carrying it.
height, it would almost certainly not reach the ground, even resting at my side.
that's probably a good
Can you
point.
imagine the size of the chalice he'd have to carry around?
Oh,
It would just be full of water, too.
oh yes.
Water or water?
Send fan art
Yes.
now.
Yeah, fan art. We need
See.
that fan art.
Send.
The finest and purest standard.
That
water.
one I might draw fan art of, but that would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
An ent with a chalice and a cane.
In this building, do I get any spiritual presences?
It is.
Because listener obviously has an assumption that this is Zendel's house. He understands the link between the skull remaining in the shed and here. He'd be suspicious, cautious.
It is completely devoid of spiritual activity, but there's a presence hovering outside behind the house. One that's it's oppressive. Like it's something dark, something painful, something tortured.
Is
Is that
there
like-
a window out back?
No, but there is a small door.
You know, the last door we tried on this house didn't end super well for everybody, so I'm gonna examine it real close.
All right. So give me an investigation.
Can I assist him?
If you'd like.
Can I assist it? Or perhaps I should do it?
No, that's fine. That's a pretty good roll. It's aside from the bar and latch, doesn't seem to be anything keeping it closed or dangerous about it.
I lift the bar.
Okay.
I undo the latch. I stand a little ways back from the door, and then I open it slightly. I mean, the big trap, I'd expect it to be on the outside.
I'm holding my gun at the door.
All right. All right. It opens up, and the first thing that you see is, number one, nothing bad happens. But the first thing you see is a gruesome pile of old corpses, piled, dismembered, and sorted by body part. So you have skulls in a pile, femurs in a pile, radial bones, ulnas, pelvises, ribs, vertebrae. It's a lot. There's a lot there.
Dear God.
It's not really clear what was happening or intended, but aside from Van Warren and possibly listener, all of you are kind of relieved that whatever it was intended to be never made it into being. You hope.
No kidding. Probably, if I had to guess, like, just out of character, it seems like that Zendel was trying to make himself a new body.
Possibly.
To ascend beyond the need for one.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna poke Mac on the back, be like, "Hey, can I have those bones?"
Are there
Is
any
there a
Concern.
correspondingly large spiritual presence here?
It's not like a singular spirit. It's more like an after image of spiritual sensation. It's almost like there's a miasma, a spiritual miasma behind this house, and if you could almost like touch it. It's so thick, and it's just nothing but pain and fear and negativity.
I will spend some time, as everybody does other things, to reach out with my still fairly rudimentary spiritualist senses and try and get the measure of this miasma and its nature.
Okay. So you're going to study it.
Yes, for several minutes at least. Listener's very slow.
Okay. And is anyone else doing anything while he's doing this?
I want to collect all of the good bones.
Okay. You're going to start sorting through the pile?
Yes.
All right.
Is there, just from looking around outside, is there a place where I'd be able to take, like, an overwatch position?
Short of getting up on top of the house, no, not really. I mean, you could climb up on one of the taller piles of bones.
That's pass. What I'll say is, what is this right here? Is that like a hay pot or something?
In the front there?
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah, it's an old bale, but it's rotted.
Can I help Van Warren?
Sort through the bones?
Yeah.
If you like. Alright, so Van
Alright.
Warren is here. Genesis is here next to him. We'll say listener is kind of right here. I assume the rest of you are still in the house. Oh, there's listener.
I'm gonna go stay outside and kind of hide, kind of behind the rotting hay bale,
Alright, so you're just looking.
just to keep an eye out.
Here you go, listener. You're kind of over there, right at the door.
I appreciate it. My map doesn't like the dynamic lighting here, and he kind of gets stuck to my mouse cursor the moment I try and click anything.
It's all good. Alright, so Sugnak's taking up Overwatch, I guess, looking out for trouble.
Indeed.
Okay. So Genesis and Van Moren, I mean, there's probably easily 100 complete skeletons here, or more.
Try not to think about it.
Based on what you've learned, you're pretty sure you know where they came from.
Try not to think about it. Close your eyes, sunshine. Look
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, there's big, full-grown skeletons. There's much smaller, more disturbing skeletons.
As I'm helping Van Warren, I'm taking the small bones out of his hand and putting them down. Putting it back into the pile. No.
Yeah, not
No.
that one. No,
Not
this
that-
one.
I
No.
am specifically looking for the most twisted and sharp bones.
All right. Well,
How
many
about
of
a
them.
femur? That would be better. Don't.
Many
no.
of the larger bones, like you're talking, like the femurs and whatnot, are broken. They do show damage. Like these weren't peaceful deaths.
I swear, if he makes another goddamn sword out of these things.
I would
about a
never
rib?
do that.
How about a rib? A rib would make a nice sickle if you sharpen the edge, wouldn't it?
Oh no, I just got that skit in my head now. Thank you. It's all your fault. I got 15 cents. How much for a rib? It's in my head now. It's stuck in my head.
Whoops.
Okay, no.
I guess-
So, what are you trying to? Are you trying to build something? Do you have an improvised weapon ability?
No.
You just
Currently,
collecting.
no. But yes, I'll collect some just in case
Okay.
things happen later on.
So, gather up a. You can put them in your character sheet. A realistic number of bones. I mean, unless you're,
500.
if you're going to be like hunched over with a huge bundle tied to your back, I need to know.
Maybe a
I'll
scapular?
gather enough to create something if I need to, which is by your design.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Listener, that as they search and Sugnak watches, time passes.
I like to watch.
Oh Lord, now I'm extra scared.
It's a different session now.
Drinking. It's different now. I'm talking about your drinking brown stuff and watching.
This is dwarf porn.
Everyone has hobbies.
Oh my god.
Hush.
That hobby's
Immediately.
enhanced.
Holy shit.
Oh, no.
Can I get out of here? Honestly.
This is
Yes.
an advanced hobby.
So, listener, give me a perception roll over your study, and you can take it at advantage. There you go. Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Okay then.
So
I'd say that's good.
yeah, that's real good. You managed to quiet your mind. You convinced the hive to go silent for a moment, so that you can listen. This is something they're not entirely used to. But this is probably how you gained your name. So you take that moment and you open your senses in the silence that you're not used to, so it's extra prevalent, and you listen. And you hear hundreds of voices in unison screaming and crying and begging and pleading. And you manage to pick out individual thoughts and motives and feelings enough that you can garner from the multiple stories you're pulling from that these people, the ones whose bones they've been sifting through, were the ones that survived the attack and fled here for the security of the person who said that would protect them. And rather than protect them, he murdered them cold-bloodedly and horrifically, one by one, in front of one another, to the last person. And there was nothing they could do about it. So what you're sensing is the remaining helpless, pain-stoked horror that they endured as they died.
Oh god.
I now have the true measure of the evil that we confronted back at the shed.
Yes.
I must
Yeah.
contemplate this further.
Evil.
I will leave the bone pile as it is and wander back into the center of the small town.
Okay. into the center of the town itself.
Yes.
All right, so we'll move you
You know,
out there.
I'm actually kind
Appreciate
of
it.
glad that he's left the skull bones alone. I mean, like, no one had to tell him that, you know? That's great. That's progress, you know?
That's progress.
What?
The heads are
Skull
by
bones?
themselves. The hands and feet are left alone. We're good.
Okay.
Now we're just on legs and ribs.
So,
As long as you don't try to make a whip out of the spines, we're good.
no, giving him ideas.
Okay, well, I know what to make now.
Giving him
Whoops.
ideas.
I mean, I'm familiar with their culture. I would know what kind of weapons they use, right?
You know that they're very creative.
Bone armor.
Very creative.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not going to need that stapes. Put it back.
so
What are you going to even do with that?
at this point, as listeners moving on, Signet's kind of watching him go past, and Wilhelm is contemplating the universe, and you guys are sifting through bones. Everybody notices a slight tremor in the ground. Nothing drastic, just a slight rumble that shakes for a few seconds and then goes quiet.
Did it perhaps have a sensible direction to it? Did it feel as if something large was striking the earth or something fell over in the distance?
No, this
Or something's coming up from the ground?
felt more natural.
Mm. Look around.
I mean,
Shrug.
natural in the sense of it didn't feel like something pounding the earth. It felt more like just the earth pounding itself.
Phrasing?
Just in case that becomes necessary, get you a stealth roll right there.
All right. Stealth. Pew.
Well,
Well,
thing.
All right.
If I can find it, there it is. Wow. You beat me.
All right. So, where from here?
oh,
This is the quality of roll I've come to expect from Genesis.
below 10.
Everybody's hiding.
You're welcome.
Everybody's
Yeah.
hiding.
I duck down behind the pile of bones and peek out with one eyeball showing, like, you can for sure see me if you're looking for me, but like,
She thinks she's being sneaky.
yeah.
So where are you guys stealthing off to?
Oh, I'm just standing perfectly still, as is my wont.
I am making sure that no one sees you with the bones.
I think everyone's pretty much seen you with the bones already, but
Oh man, damn. My
He
character
like tries to
does
walk outside with all the bones under a trench coat, and he's like fumbling them all.
clank, 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 clank.
that. The bones are underneath my hat.
The fact that the fact that you skipped out the door like a child on Christmas morning to go rifle through them.
Oh, I didn't know everyone saw me skipping.
Ooh. What happened here?
You've actually walked over, picked up Wilhelm's whip, and are measuring against spines. You're like, yeah, right
This
shape.
one looks, on top quality. 24 karat.
So, where are we going? You guys are stealthing.
To the next house.
Which one? To the south or the north or
I think the south would be a good idea.
south? Okay.
I'm gonna
Wait,
try to stealth as well.
Sunshine.
Ooh.
All right.
Not bad.
Excellent. Where'd you
Sneaky.
go? Poof.
So the house to the south there, number 10, listed on your map. You pass the remains of a horse and of course some human ones as well. It's a small shack and it's really nothing more than a thatched roof covering a pile of rubble initially. So yeah, it's a thatched roof on top of a pile of rubble upon initial inspection.
Ah, the good old ruins.
And what's this building number 9 again? I think we talked about it last week.
Number 9? Number 9 was, yeah, you looked at it. It looks like it was just a private house, but the door is locked.
Okay.
However, the damage is minimal to the structure. It's still very much intact.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Knock on the door. Okay. You knock on the door and you hear movement inside.
Ooh.
Like rat scurrying movement or larger movement?
Something's shuffling around in there.
Hello?
Sounds like it's getting closer to the door.
Step away.
I'm gonna take a step back, but I'm going to put my gun down at the ground so I don't look like I'm hostile. I'm gonna have one hand in the air.
You take a step back. All right. Where's everybody else right now? Are you where your tokens
Door opens,
are?
I get shot.
I'm still in the center, but I have rotated to observe this.
I'm sort of like cautiously on the edge of like door 10 or house 10,
Okay.
observing, but like out of sight.
All right.
I'm following.
I swear if this is Granny Pruneface.
I'm following Genesis and possibly Van Warren. Let's see if I can actually see Van Warren though. But I know I'm following Genesis.
Yes. All right. So you guys are just kind of creeping along. You do kind of hear Sugnak knocking and saying hello. Like I said, sound carries down here really well. Sugnak, you hear whatever's in there shuffles right up to the door, and you just hear thump, 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 scratch, scratch, thump, 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 thump. Something's beating on the inside of the door.
I shoot through the door.
Bam! All right.
Well,
roll.
the last Shonakesian child you just murdered. Roll for damage.
Damn, harsh. Damn.
I mean,
I thought I
A
was
Nothing
child
reasonable
making
could
noise
live
like
out here.
a child who thinks they can break through a door. God. Maybe,
plot
but
twist, you were half elf.
You have
My
two
kid
small
pounced.
children. You haven't seen them try to like. I can get through this door. No, you can't. Yes, I can.
it's not thump thump pow scratch. It's normally head butting. Usually a thud, thud, thud. All right. So what am I rolling to hit or
yeah,
just?
go ahead, roll the hit for me. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm gonna miss and hit the side of the wall because I'm panicked.
What's
Just
going
don't roll a
on?
1. Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Nice. All right, so you you blast through the door. As it goes through, you hear the door splinter and then a sickening squelching sound as your round passes through something organic. However, it's like it didn't phase whatever's in there. It's just steady thump, thump, thump. Like it took a step back from the hit and then just stepped right back up and kept thumping on the door.
I say we need to get the hell out of here. No one shrugs off Bessie like that.
Yeah. By the way, everyone heard the gunshot without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Like it's very loud. Your ears are ringing.
My God.
Where's my gun? Somebody give the elf a gun, quick.
Nope.
Don't know if that's a good idea.
Leaving? Sounds like a great idea.
No, the voice in my head said to get the alpha gun. I don't know if he's particularly stable. Can I do like a vibe check on whatever's scratching at the door over there?
If you'd like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna vibe check whatever that is.
I'm gonna use my movement and back the fuck up.
All you sense,
Even more.
All you sense is hunger. As you back up, you actually see a mottled, rotted hand reach through the hole that you put in and just start reaching, grasping, and you begin to hear a sharp wheezing moan start coming from inside.
So all I see from my aura reading is hunger?
Hunger, that's it. Other than that, there's nothing. It's just empty space, void.
So it's not black, it's just nothing.
Oh, you're talking about you're looking at the aura? Yeah, no.
That is the true vibe check.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
You can see the hand poking through, and it is black.
Back away. Out here. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta blast.
right.
For once, me and you agree.
So,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna move that way too.
oh, right.
The
So,
lone gunman may be correct.
all right. So as you start move away, it begins to get more frantic, slamming the door with all its might.
Don't like that.
How far can we make it before it
You're
breaks through the door?
right there. It just shattered the door.
All right. Well,
Stepping through is this emaciated form. It's not much more than like a skeleton with skin stretched over it, but it's mottled and rotted and dripping pieces. The eyes are gone completely, and the hair and nails appear to be like abnormally raunchy and long. And it stumbles out with this distended belly with a huge hole in it and this caustic looking fluid seeping out onto the ground. A mix of entrails and some type of acid.
Ooh.
It immediately, even though it has no eyes, begins lurching after you, Sugnak. I'm just going to use a generic.
Right, cheery music. Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's
This
turning.
emaciated, mostly skeleton sack of flesh just drips caustic fluid and lurches towards you. Doo-doo-doo.
I did not make the right thing for this.
All right, so
Where's our holy man?
a holy man. That's a good one.
I've got some holes in my foot.
This
No,
is
I
true.
meant our holy man, our medical
I'm
guy,
sorry.
our
I'm sorry.
where's Wilhelm?
let's
All the way over here.
let's get a fresh initiative roll if we could.
All right.
Go Van Warren.
Dang, dude.
Oh,
All
homie,
right.
doing shit.
Is that everybody?
Don't die.
All right. We're gonna call him BA.
Badass.
All right.
Barely a threat?
Yeah. Barely a threat.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. So Van Warren, you're up first.
Am I still sneaking around, or I've been seen?
As far as you know, it doesn't have eyes in its sockets. They're just empty sockets.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just throw a dagger at it. I do have 4 of them now.
All right. Roll to hit, please.
That's why I ask if I'm doing this with advantage or not.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm glad I had advantage.
So yeah, your blade sticks it.
8 piercing plus the 1d6 extra damage from sneak attack. Okay, 9 damage. Huh?
All right, so the dagger like sinks into it and it shrugs it off, keeps moving.
Is the dagger specifically in the acidy part?
It's no, you stuck it in the chest.
Oh, okay. Well, I will use my cunning action to attempt to hide, as rogues do.
All right, go for it. Duck behind Sugnak.
Yeah, exactly. Well, without advantage, but 17.
All right.
I will use my movement to hide behind the house. Over here. I'm over here somewhere.
Okay. All right. Sorsha. Oh, sorry. Were you done, Benward? I'm sorry.
I am indeed done, yes.
Okay. Sorsha.
All
you're up.
right. So I am going to take a few steps backwards away from the beast's line of fire, and then we are going to start up built upon rubble.
Nice. All right. All right.
So now y'all got the advantage on attack.
Yeah, you guys begin to see slight vibrations in the weak points of the areas around you, including your target. All right. That's good. That's good. So, advantage on damage to the creature from here on out. Which brings us to BA, as he's now lovingly known. All right, Sugnak.
Nothing loving about it.
It's very loving. Very loving. He turns his head, jaw just like dangling, almost like out of socket. It looks at you. It like jiggles when he turns. And he rears back and goes, and this torrent of black slime issues forth out of his mouth, aimed directly at you.
Of course.
Of course. What's your AC?
18.
18. Okay. You
I'm blocking
managed.
with my shield.
You managed to sidestep like. The ground where it hits immediately begins to like sizzle, and this horribly just sickening stench issues off of it, like it's stomach turning, and you're extra glad that it did not catch you. All right, Sugnak, you're up.
So it didn't move. From the song that's played, do I see any weak points in the house that I could shoot to cause, like, the wall or something to collapse on it? Or
Pro-
attempt to?
Probably not enough to bring down the structure, honestly. As I said, the damage to this structure was minimal to begin with. Aside from broken windows, like it's actually in really good shape.
Okay. How forceful was the attack? Like, was it like it just? Could I tell if I like moved back some? Could the force from the vomit like go back farther, or was it like just enough?
No, it was like he knew exactly where you were. That was that was precision.
That's even more creepy. I am actually going to. What's my movement? 25?
10.
I'm going to move the full 25.
All right. So, yeet.
Yeah. And I'm going to attempt to shoot it again.
All right. Have you reloaded?
Oh, no, that's a full action, right?
Yep.
No, this is gonna be my turn reloading.
Okay.
Let me mark
Oh
off my
no,
ammo.
powder technology.
Yeah. It's no bows and arrows.
If only I had a revolver.
All right, so that's my turn.
All right. Sugnak's done. Genesis, you're up.
I see the being.
Oh, yes.
Almost at the same time as Sugnak, but I wait for him to move before I do anything. And seeing that he seems to be ineffective with the with firearms at disabling this opponent, I'm going to get out of here.
All right. So you're moving.
Back here, hopefully.
Okay.
My plan, if I can say this, is maybe we could trap him inside this house that we just left. We looked in 7 and we know what's in there. We did a decent evaluation of the area. We could use the back door and the front door to trap him in this house.
It's not a terrible idea.
So I'm just kind of muttering that to myself. If I don't know if the thing can hear me or if I'm close enough to Sugnak to say that, but like I'm like, hey, maybe we could trap him in the house or whatever.
Speech is a free action, so that's no problem.
So yeah, anyone in the immediate area should be able to hear me say that.
All right. So you're gonna yell out, "Hey, let's trap him in the house."
4, 5, yes.
Okay.
And then 6, 7 to get over here past the pile of bones.
Okay. All right. All while saying, "Hey, let's trap him in the house."
Yeah, because if we get Sugnak to go in, he'll have to follow through this back exit. And then we can just use the front door, which we've already sprung the trap on, and then close that.
Yeah.
Out of character, this sounds like some Scooby-Doo bullshit.
Well,
Yeah.
In
I call
fairness,
what else
Belmont.
you got?
in fairness,
Hey, Scooby! Or hey, Shaggy, you
I mean,
and
I'm obviously
Scooby go
Scooby.
running down this dark alley.
Van Moren's definitely
Well-
Scooby.
What else you got? Honestly, what else you got?
In fairness, Scooby never got eaten by zombies.
It's true.
So
Even when zombies were real.
This is true.
I use
Very true.
my movement to get out of there. I use my free action to speak, and I use my action to where is it? Oral shift.
Okay.
Base of AC plus 11 plus proficiency.
So you're armoring up basically.
Yeah, 11 plus proficiency plus dex.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's better. Is that better?
Your oral shift. 11 plus
Yes.
proficiency plus dex. So 11 plus 2. What's your dex bonus?
It's plus 2. I think that's the same.
As what is your AC now?
If it's just my If it's just 11 plus my dex, it would be 13, right?
No,
I
11
think I
plus
typed your
plus dex plus your proficiency bonus of +2. So 11 plus your dex bonus plus your proficiency bonus.
15. I don't understand what exactly this does.
Let me see here. Let me pull it up real quick.
Drop dex and add a d6, right? So 15 currently, then you just roll? I don't know.
Oh, no, that's what, like, if you are just wearing basic clothes, no armor at all, you would have that 15 armor class. If you focus on this, if you concentrate on it and expend one of your sonic attack slots, you get to add an additional 1d6 points to that armor class. So 15 plus 1d6, as long as you concentrate on it.
Okay. Gonna roll then.
Okay.
5, that's pretty good. Hey.
Yeah, so you just, like, beef the hell out of your armor class.
It's 18 now.
18. Well, actually, no, wait. You have to drop your dex bonus, though, when you do this. So you're 16. It is still a boost, but
11 plus proficiency plus dex becomes you drop dex, so it's 11 plus the proficiency, which is 13, and then plus 5.
plus 1d6. So yeah.
So is it still 16 then? Do I keep the proficiency bonus?
Yeah, so you keep a proficiency bonus. 16.
Okay.
So
Because
yeah.
you know I'm gonna need those 2 points, right? Like he's
Yes.
gonna roll a 17, and it'll be like, ooh, acid breath.
Acid breath. No, you're good. That's good.
I'm trying so hard to live over here, y'all.
Yeah, we may want.
I'm so sorry.
I may actually tweak that one after this. Just after looking at it in use, I may tweak that, but I'm gonna make a note.
Play test for the win.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's gonna. Please don't nerf that. I need that so badly. I have no shield. Ooh.
Nerf! No. If anything, it'll probably get a little bit better. But no, that's cool. That's cool. So you make your way around. You say your piece, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right.
Safety bubble. Safety bubble. Safety bubble.
This is my space. All right. So, listener, you're up. What do you got?
I would like to, as I tend to do, query the collective's knowledge to see if we really know anything about this beast.
Oh, they're buzzing like a hornet's nest right now. Like, danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Yes.
Once again, I mean, I don't know if you're looking for information or if awareness of potential threat.
Information, things about its behavior. I heard Genesis say that she wishes to trap the beast. I'd particularly be interested to know how smart it is.
Okay. I guess give me we'll go with nature. Give me a nature check.
There you are. It's only a 14.
Okay. You know that they're not. These are called blighted aberrations by the common folk. This is. It's actually almost a side effect, is what they're telling you. And by side effect, I mean, like, this is the result of an infection let run too far. The Blightborn is a different creature you've never encountered, but a creature that they infect that's left to basically succumb to the infection becomes this. Which...
so dangerous to be the fleshy ones around here.
But it alerts you to the fact that if there's a blighted apparition or aberration, the potential for a Blightborn in the area is very high. And a Blightborn is a much more dangerous creature.
I see.
This is fairly slow and stupid, although it will hunt every single one of you until it drops It can find you without seeing you. It can find you without hearing you or smelling you. It can find you. It just knows where you are. And this includes you.
Interesting.
Yeah, these have been known. They've actually lost a couple of your collective to these creatures.
I wish to spend some time. It'll probably take the rest of my turn, really. But I want to relay this helpful information to the rest of the party, one by one.
Okay.
It's so inconvenient to not have mass telepathy, just have boring standard telepathy. But I want to let them know it is a blighted creature. It will hunt us to spread the blight. It is quite dumb, but it doesn't need to see you to chase you.
Well, all right. I will.
And then I will use my very limited movement.
Okay. Is anyone going to resist his communication? I have to ask.
No.
Okay.
Not here.
I didn't think so. The only one who might would be maybe Van Moren, just on a whim, but even in this case, I doubt it. All right, so that brings us to Wilhelm.
Alrighty. I am going to try to figure out what's going on. Oh, there we go. So
You have been kind of hanging back. You do hear the commotion. You've heard the gunshot. You heard people cussing. You heard Genesis run by saying, maybe we could chase it in the house and trap it. And you got the message.
And the listener
from,
told you things about it.
Yeah, listener gave you the message. Are you running up there?
I am running where I believe my medical assistance is needed.
All right, on.
Help.
All right, so you see the creature, who immediately seems to turn with its eyeless face and notice you.
I don't. Where's the creature? I don't actually think I see it.
He's right here.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Oh, he might be outside your field of vision.
Yeah, it's right at like the doorstep of that building. So
Yeah,
he's right.
I don't see him. So that makes even better.
Awesome.
That's where I'm gonna end my turn because I don't know where he is.
Awesome. I love it when it works that way. No. All right, no. Van Moren, you're up.
Huzzah. So I heard we're gonna trap it. I mean, I guess.
Could always throw bones at it.
No, I won't waste the precious bones.
I don't see it
Mhm.
like at all. I've seen its aura, but I don't see it on the map.
Yeah, well, you can't.
Yeah,
where,
does it?
You can't where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, the philosopher's stone doesn't reach that far. Fair.
Mm.
Well, I suppose. Let me see actually, real quick before I do this.
Safety bubble, safety bubble, safety bubble.
I'll make it closer. I mean, I'm gonna throw another dagger at it. I mean, yeah, I know you want to trap it, but you know,
Yeah, go for it.
yeah, advantage because song and Helly. It's great.
Blam.
Probably hits.
Yeah. 8 piercing. All right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So the dagger sinks
Nice.
in. Once again, flump. And it's almost like it didn't notice. So now it's got 2 daggers sticking out of it and a big hole in its gut.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. I guess since daggers aren't working, I'll just hide.
Now you can duck behind Wilhelm.
Yes, perfect.
As long as there's someone to hide behind.
Of course. I'm actually gonna go. Let's see. I moved like 15 feet. I still have play movement. Yeah, I'll go up there. Right there. and then I'll hide.
All right. Stealth. All right, you're hiding.
I am hidden.
All right. Sarsha.
All right, I am going to continue to play Built Upon Rubble, and I'm just going to back further away from this creature
All right.
and stay behind the building.
Nice. Nice. Steady thumping away. I believe that's a percussion tune, right? Steady thumping. All right. That brings us back to BA.
B.A. Baracus.
Boom. He moves up to Wilhelm.
Holy shit, he's quick.
It's only 25 feet.
I still don't see anything.
You don't see that right there?
No.
Really? Refresh. Control R.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's literally right in front of you.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't have.
I
Like,
think
a
something's a
actual
little
icon.
screwy with Roll20 in this particular loaded environment. I can barely ever see any tokens besides my own.
Hang on.
Refreshing as we speak. Let's see if he's there now. Or it.
I hope so. Goodness.
I think it's probably a dynamic lighting thing because I'm holding a phosphor stone and all I can see is Genesis.
Yeah, well, the house is blocking your field of view.
Oh, I know.
So that,
Well,
that's
Alrighty.
I have dark vision, so I don't know if that impacts it, makes it easier for
I
see.
oh, I still don't see it, but go ahead.
okay.
It's on me.
That's weird. Yeah, you have vision enabled, so that is weird. Oh well, but it's all good. He's literally right in front of you. So, what's your AC?
13.
13. Okay,
I have very little armor.
that's all right. That's perfectly all right. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. He nailed you. He literally just like monkey stomped you on the head with both fists. Let's see here. For Jesus, 9 damage.
Oof.
Okay.
Why am I rolling good? All right. Are you okay? Are you still up?
I'm still upright.
Okay, but that probably rang your bell, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
That's it for him. Sugnak, you're up. Wilhelm just took a nasty hit.
It's just, did he get hit or did he get vomited on?
No, he got hit. He got like
Okay.
smoked with the fists.
Does it seem like his stomach's becoming any more engorged over time?
It's hard to say, really. I mean, you're welcome to make a. I suppose,
So it's not like a
perception.
Left 4 Dead bloater where it's like they shrink after expelling.
You can try a perception roll to see. I'll give you a chance. If it's
Yeah,
true.
I don't want to use my action for that. Let's see.
you are
So,
you are reloaded at this point.
yeah, I know, but I'm trying to figure out the best where to go. Because right now, if I shoot, there's a good chance I'm gonna end up shooting. Well, we don't want our only healer ending up with buckshot in his back.
Yeah, you can take a couple steps left or right. Probably avoid that.
Yeah, let's see. So he's over there. He's over there. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15. Son of a bitch. 20. 25. I'll go here.
All right.
And shoot it again.
Roll to hit.
Arquebus. I hate you, Arquebus.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the shot goes wide, missing your target and shattering the wall of the house that he came out of.
Oh, son of a bitch, if that thing collapses.
The whole house. No. No, that's it. Are you, is that it for you?
That is my turn.
All right. Genesis, you're up.
Okay, I will head in the house,
All right.
inside 7,
Okay.
and drop the RL shift. I think
Okay.
I would have to use a point every time I use that, so I'm going to save that since this thing isn't like immune to any of those things anyway. If I see it, I'll hold my action to start it back up again.
Okay.
But I'm gonna hold up in here for now.
Fair enough. All right. Listener.
I used to have a quarterstaff, you know, and then it was dissolved. I look around for anything that would make a decent improvised weapon
All
here
right.
in the town square.
This item right here is an old fish rack. You could probably pull a pole off of it. It'll have
I will do so.
old dried out fish swinging off of it, but it should still work.
Who knows, that may be more effective. So I will spend my action acquiring such an improvised weapon from the fish rack.
Okay. That'll work. That'll work.
And honestly, I'm so slow, it'll take me 15 feet of movement just to get there, get it, and get back here, so I won't even bother moving.
All right. Are you doing anything else in the meantime?
Nothing in particular. Everybody's been adequately warned. We're gonna try this the best we can, really.
All right. That'll work. Wilhelm, your
All right.
vision blurred for a second there when you got hit. Like you're not sure you've ever been hit quite that hard before.
Probably not. I am going to withdraw.
All right. You gonna take a 5-foot step back and disengage?
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
Okay. So you disengage, take your 5-foot step back. And then what? Anything?
That's my action. So, and then I'm gonna move.
All right. What direction you moving? You can move back towards him if you want.
No, I'm gonna move away from him.
Okay.
So that should.
It's less fun, but that works.
Yes.
I don't have to kill them.
That is my action.
I don't have to kill them. I just got to kill you. The rest will follow not long after. All right, so Wilhelm bolts out of harm's way, hopefully. All right, Van Warren, you're up.
I am indeed up. Well, daggers don't work. At least not obviously. If I had my starting stuff, I do have something interesting that I'd love to try.
If only I had my double-bladed scimitar.
If only I had my double-bladed scimitar.
Should have thought about
This
that
would've
before you
been
murdered
done.
people to make it.
I mean, they asked for it. Anyways, they lived. That was the problem.
Shouldn't have been doing all that living.
Stupid
Yep.
levers.
You got it. If I do happen to have my pack, if you give me all the stuff that isn't dangerous, then I should have something very interesting.
Yeah,
So-
and you got all your human made weapons back.
Oh, okay.
Stuff, not weapons. Stuff.
Stuff. All right, got it.
I gave you
got it.
basic weapons, like knives, that were dull.
Thanks. That really helps. Well, suppose I will grab a. Oh, I'll throw oil at it. I have oil.
All right.
Oil's good.
You can launch an oil flask at it.
Yeah.
All right.
I will. What do you want me to roll?
Roll to hit.
Strength or dex or just
Dex.
base 20 or
Dex.
And
Got
also remember, you have advantage still because I'm still playing Built Upon Rebel.
Yes.
got it.
In fact,
Oh, that's
Daryl,
right.
you did roll with advantage for the Argobus.
I didn't.
Oh.
I had to remember that next time.
I'll let you retcon this if you want after. I don't mind.
Okay.
We'll say you held back Van Warren, jumped ahead of you in line, threw the flask, and then you can have a
That
chance. I'll be nice. Alright.
Okay, so. But I have advantage. Ah, okay, yeah, that's better.
Boom. Alright, so yeah, you douse the thing in fire. Or potential fire, let's say, oil.
Well, I was gonna. I mean, I don't know what would count as lighting using tinderbox to light something. Would that be another action or a bonus action?
But are you gonna run up to him to light it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer not to, but hey, you know what? I'm crazy, so I will run up to him and light him on fire if possible.
Alright. Well, that'll be an attack roll. It'll take another full action to run up and light it.
Perfectly fine.
Unless you just want to run up there and prepare to, but then you'll be in his.
No.
Okay.
No, that would be
I don't mind.
dangerous. I know. I completely understand. I agree. It would be, fun to melt, but I'm good.
I just want to hit one of you with the vomit attack.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm the one that died like the most so far, so
I know. I need
their turn.
I need a new target. I've abused you enough.
Yes, you have.
All right. Go ahead, Signite.
Alright.
Take a shot.
Okay. Arquebus.
Bam.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Hey!
Much better. Give me the damage
Yeah.
roll. Oh, okay. So 12 damage. You tear another hole through it. And the close range and the ignition of the powder actually lights the oil. So I'm going to be extra nice. You ignited the oil with your shot. So
Great.
now you have
Now it's close to me and on fire.
now it's close to you on fire. Let's hope its vomit attack is inflammable too.
I know.
A flamethrower. All right, Sarsha, you gonna maintain and
Maintaining.
okay.
Holding position.
All right, that brings us to BA. All right. The flaming creature stumbles up to you, Signek. Takes a swing at you. All right, takes a swing. What's your AC?
18.
All right. You managed to deflect the flaming fists with your shield. And
Oh, dear God, do you smell?
it says you're up now. Did we get ahead of ourselves somehow? Must have. All right, that's fine. Genesis, you're up. That actually works then.
Do you think now would be a good time to take a break and we can come back to my turn after?
So if it's group consensus, I'm okay with it.
It is 10:30, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather wait.
seems reasonable.
That's fine. I'll go refill my drink.
Alright.
We will be right
All
back
right.
after this message from our sponsors. Please buy whatever they're selling. go. We are live again, and I need to adjust cameras real quick. Because every time that changes, that happens. Someday we'll find a permanent fix for this. Someday.
Permanent fix for what?
Every time something changes, I have to adjust the cameras.
Oh, no, that's better program.
A great deal of complicated automation.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Campaign the one shot. A better description of it. It occurred to me, is the old John Carpenter's The Thing mixed with D&D.
I do love that
Smooth.
movie.
Very smooth.
I do love that
Yes.
movie. Alright, that'll do. Alright, we're good. Close enough. Alright, so Genesis, you're up.
Okay, so
What are you going to do to save the moment?
Search is playing Built Upon Rubble, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So that affects the immediate area and the guy that's down there.
Everything in the area that can be heard, pretty much.
Since this house is one big room, as described previously, I want to look at the walls to see if there's a point that I could strike in order to make it crumble. If that's possible, what would it take to collapse this house around him?
That would actually take something significant. This house has been not only repaired, but maintained. However, that also means that the doors are strong and the windows, as mentioned previously, are already barricaded from the inside.
All right, fair. Is anything in here flammable? Like,
aside from the stone structure of the walls and foundation, everything else is actually old wood, including the roof.
it is actually what?
Wood.
Oh, okay.
So the entire roof structure is wood.
I'm gonna move towards the front door and hold my action.
Okay.
Something should happen. Hopefully this front door is shut. I'm
Yes.
hoping it. Alright, great. Holding.
All right. So, listener, you now have a new staff with dried fish hanging off of it.
And I've never been more pleased. Do me a favor. All tokens are still quite busted for me. Can you ping where this foul beastie is located?
Right here.
Aha, I see. Well, then I shall move my careful motion here.
Okay. So
And I would actually like to observe the creature with an eye to finding a way of blocking its vomit attack. I'll do anatomy style analysis of it if you deem it necessary, but I'd like to work out if I can either jam something in its stomach or down its throat that might prevent this.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. You already have the song from Sorsha that'll aid you in finding weak spots.
Mm-hmm.
And this is obviously going to be a very difficult task, but give me a medicine roll. This will also count as an information or an information roll, so you get your normal bonus. There you go.
Very awesome.
All right, so you have a weak point target that could potentially hamper its ability to do this. In order to achieve it, it will require a significant, precise strike.
We're gonna see how that goes when I finally get in range.
Okay. All right. Is that you for now?
I will, I suppose, just take shelter here behind the well in case it gets a mind to vomit at me.
Okay.
But whatever benefit of cover I might achieve that way.
Okay. Fair enough. Wilhelm, you're up.
Alrighty, I am gonna move slightly closer in. Hold. If it was closer to me, I'm gonna strike out with my whip.
All right. Whip in hand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Van Warren.
He's gone.
Oh. Gee.
He had to step away.
Let me pull up his sheet here. I'll at least let him do something. All right. He sinks another dagger into it. That sounds fair.
That sounds like him.
We'll have him maintain cover back there. Sorsha, maintaining? Doing anything new?
Maintaining.
All right. BA. Once again, he begins to and attempts to spew bile all over Sugnak.
This is the one that's gonna do me in. I know it. I feel it.
Uh-oh. Well, let's not hope. All right. Here. I'll do the full roll so everyone can see what's going on. So it's completely fair. What's your AC?
18.
Look
Beautiful.
at that.
Yes.
Look at that. So you managed to get your shield up. You managed to get your
He
shield up.
attempts to vomit and just drools down himself.
So, you managed to get your shield up and actually stick it up into his face as he does it. So normally it would come out and be like a cone, but since there's no distance, it just spews directly onto your shield and sprays itself in the face, which doesn't seem to phase it too much. But your shield's going to be really yucky and probably have some damage to the engravings and prettiness of it, but you blocked it. And
This was a graduation present.
and you're up.
Do I have any I think I might. Hold on. What's this do? All right. Let me read through this. You take the attack action on your turn. You can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you. All right, so I'm gonna be reloading, so I won't be able to do that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to disengage.
All right. 5 foot
And
step.
then, yep. And is that 5 foot deducted from the movement?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20.
All right.
And then start reloading.
All right. Are you propping your shield or?
Yeah, like I just
Okay.
dug it into the ground and like ducked down behind it and
Okay.
tearing off all the shit, packing the.
Packing the powder.
There's got to be a more efficient way to do this.
Yeah. Well, if I only had a magnum. All right. Genesis, you're up. It's getting kind of hairy out there.
Okay, I'm going to crack the door open and peek out. Like, where is he? He's over there. It's a black ore. It's undead, so
Oh yeah.
means I can't do anything to it. Trapped. Well, I'm gonna try to measure this out.
Black aura.
Aha, well, he's not that far away. I can make a mad dash out this door. Let me check the stats. Weapon.
There. I hope you can see that. I actually put the black aura on just for you.
Oh, wait. I can't. Oh, cool. Alright. Want to run up with this Morning Star in my inventory?
Right on.
Bring
out the big guns. Are you proficient with a Morning Star? Or is this something you found? I can't remember.
I think it's just something I found. I have a short bow and dagger. I think those are the simple things. But I don't, from what I recall of the PHB, the Morning Star doesn't exactly have the listings that I have proficiencies for. So I wasn't really sure how you would go with that. But
yeah,
since I have advantage anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, you're only proficient with simple weapons. You can still use it. There'd just be a penalty. You can still use it.
So what's the penalty? Because I have a short bow I could use.
I believe it's -4, or at least it used to be. It hasn't changed, has it?
I thought it was more disadvantage if you're not proficient with it.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Since I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like that. You just roll at disadvantage.
I'd rather do the short bow then. I didn't know that was the thing.
Oh yeah, it's an unfamiliar weapon.
Not being proficient simply means you do not add the proficiency bonus associated with the usual attack. The primary references to the proficiency with respect to attack rolls appears as such in the player's handbook.
So no penalty.
It's not disadvantage, but you don't get any proficiency to it. So it's just like the base 20 plus
strength.
Right.
Okay.
Or dex, depending.
Well, I think
Right.
I think a Morning Star is strict. It's a non-finessable weapon because it's literally like a short staff with a chain and an iron ball attached to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go for it, Genesis. Whatever you'd like to do, I'll go with that ruling. Your short bow would keep you at range and give you the proficiency bonus, though.
Okay.
And keep you at range.
On that weapon section in the list. I think I'm far enough away. Not that far, but you know.
For your bow? Oh, easily. No problem at all.
Okay. So we have advantage, right?
Yes, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Clicking on it in my inventory, but it's not there. I think it's this.
Short bow? It's be a... Okay.
Okay.
Oof. Low rolls.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
I'm aiming for its throat, so we gotta get higher than that.
Oh, there you go. Nice shot.
Right.
All right, roll damage.
Sound like in the same section, hopefully.
Here, let me see here.
No, that's still not it. It's a d6 plus 2, right?
Yeah, d6 plus 2 piercing. So if you want, just roll d6. We'll have the 2. It's no big deal. Not sure why it's not rolling damage.
Yes.
8 points. Alright, you stuck it pretty solid.
Yes. Ooh,
You stuck it very solid. You managed to hit where
right
you
in
were
the neck.
aiming it. You hit it in the neck. It's now
Yay!
it's got an arrow sticking at its neck. A hole in its shoulder, a big hole in its gut, 3 daggers sticking out of it.
Close the door. Woo.
Alright. So listener, you're up.
All right, I think I can just about make it to him.
Alright.
He's kind of straddling 4 squares there.
Here, we'll be nice. We'll put him right there.
All right, I'm going to take my shot. I'm going to go for the called shot to the flaw in like his trachea or digestive tract, wherever I identified it might be possible to stop this vomiting.
Alright, go for it. Let's see that juicy roll.
All right, we're going to see. We're going to see. It's going to be great. It was less good.
Alright. You didn't quite pull off your called shot, but you did still hit it. Since this is an improvised attack, it's a d4 plus your damage bonus. Whatever your strength bonus would be, I guess, in this case.
About as much damage as you expect from the slowest being on the face of the planet.
So you very slowly strike him and end up just kind of slapping him with fish.
But it was a mighty fish slap as
It was
far
a
as fish go.
Mighty fish slap, indeed. Mighty fish slap.
All right.
Right.
I start lining up the next one. It's going to take me approximately 1 round of combat.
All right. Wilhelm, you're up.
Alrighty, I am going to move. Would you say I'm within 10 feet of him from here?
Yes, no.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, his arms were, its arms were sticking out. Alright, then I'm going to try to whip it, providing assistance for listener.
Whip it real good.
I'm whipping it real.
Alright. Roll to hit.
I rolled an 11, though. Do I get...
You get advantage.
Never remember. Yeah, so let's see. Going better. Oh! I'm trying to hit damage, but it didn't want to work. So the 20 would have been the second attack.
Alright. What's the damage?
It is... Moment. There we go. 5 points of damage.
Alright. And
It's a whip.
So this is subdural damage, right? I believe. Since it's a whip. Or are you going for lethal?
I will go for lethal.
Alright.
Not worried about... This is not a living creature.
Alright, so 5 damage. You tear a slash across its flesh. This thing's starting to look rough. Alright. Anything else?
Nope, that's going to be it.
Alright. Let's see, and we will go 1 more of these for Van Warren. Look at that. Dang. Dang. Alright. damage. All right.
I do believe you're muted.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Oh,
not now, but.
oh,
That is
okay.
the perfect just brain screw right there. Am I muted? Yes.
Oh, I was probably just talking too low for the mic to pick up. Sorry. I'm mumbling away, trying to figure out Van Warren's damage and everything. All right. So, roll d4 plus 18. So he really stuck it right in the head with that one. Funk. That one actually spun it around for a second, and it kind of clawed at the dagger, sunk to the hilt in its forehead. It's still stumbling a bit, but it's this thing's got weapons and damage hanging all over it. All right. This is getting crazy. All right, so Sorsha.
I'm keeping on.
Not keeping on. That brings us back around to him. All right. Listener, what's your AC?
Less. It is 10, sir.
All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh, I think he got you with that one.
I believe it does tag me.
6 points.
Ouch.
All right. Still doing okay? You still doing okay? You still standing?
Oh, I'm still up. I'm quite beefy, actually.
Kind of figured. All right. Zugnek.
I'm going to move 10, 15, 20, 25 right here.
All right.
I'm going to attempt to arquebus him again.
All right. Let's see that
As
shot.
we still have advantage.
Yes.
Let me hit the advantage button. 14 hit,
Yep. That hits.
12 damage.
Okay. That one actually knocked him back off his feet. Let's see here. How much damage do you? 12?
Yep.
Okay. He's on his back, but he's still kind of scratching and pulling to get himself back up. Genesis, you're up.
I yell, take its head off!
Well, if it's on its back, is its feet towards me or?
Well, Sugnak shot it, so his head's here, his feet's here.
Okay. Well, if possible, I would like to use the song that's currently playing to assess the weak points in its skeletal structure to see where is the weakest point that it would be relying on to stand back up again. Possibly the kneecaps. Which one's the weakest?
You're gonna try and cripple it.
Hopefully.
All right, with what, your bow?
Right.
Okay, that's gonna be a bit of a called shot if you're aiming for a kneecap, so to speak.
I don't know what called shot means.
Means you gotta roll high to hit it.
Well, yeah, I'll just aim for him
Okay.
for the general.
That's fine.
I mean, the song still gives you advantage, so you know.
He's also a prone target, so I'm going to give you a +4. He's on his back. Yeah.
I should have called. Oh.
That's all right. You plugged him. Roll damage.
Order to hit, not to damage, right?
Just damage, yeah.
But the +4 is to hit, not damage, right?
I think.
You said you were going to give me a +4. That's for the hit.
Oh yeah, that's
itself,
just
not-
that's just to hit. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I was confused there. It's 5 damage. All right.
Yeah.
5. So let's see. All right.
And bonus action. Close the door.
So you poke your head out with your short bow. You kind of lean out, stick it. You see the thing go through its head, the arrow, and impale it into the ground. And it kind of shudders for a second and it just falls limp, quits moving.
Hey. Still gonna close the door. All right.
So yes, you have finally felled the blighted aberration. He made his undead fortitude save once, so. All right. He immediately begins to leak disgusting fluids and sizzle on the ground beneath him, raising a horrific stench.
Yeah, the smell of this stench, I'm just going to quit playing because I assume that he dead now.
Oh yeah, you can feel the spirit of the battlefield starting to calm.
Here's a question.
Yes.
The caustic stuff on him.
Yes.
Is that something similar to a poison that we could place in a vial?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
It either is or isn't,
Know
though.
that.
I can't tell you that.
I'm gonna ask Wilhelm if he has an extra, like, test tube or beaker or something that I could try to place some of this in at a very careful rate.
Give me 1 second. I should. I want to say, yeah, I've got my alchemist supplies. I'm sure I've got something in there you can use.
Wilhelm.
It's like something small, if you don't mind, would be great, just to try, you know? Because I feel like
give me
Van
a
Warren could use this to tip his daggers in if we were really carefully with it, you know?
Wilhelm, give me a medicine roll, please.
This is actually very important.
Yes. Give me 1 moment. I want to turn on advantage. And now for the medicine. There we go.
Wilhelm, based upon your knowledge, your medical knowledge of the infection that causes this type of creature, you know that any physical contact with that substance will most likely lead to an infection of void sickness. And it's one of the most efficient killers in Cairne, void sickness. Like this is high level danger. Call in the hazmat team level infection.
So
Don't
what
do
you
that.
think?
Don't do that. Yeah.
Do that.
Is it just a bad idea or all right.
I as I go to hand you the vial, I'm like, if you're planning on using this on the creature, don't.
Oh, all right.
You need
I'll
to
have
sterilize the body with fire.
All right.
And then anyone who got hit, see me.
All right. I'm fine. So I'm gonna, haunt my little happy self over there and set this guy on fire like I usually do. Whoosh,
Actually, Wilhelm,
Yes.
you're also quite well aware that burning this will release a toxic cloud.
Okay.
Skipping towards it with the torch. Wait, what?
So is there a preferred method of disposal of this body then?
You're not.
What do you want me to do?
You're not versed enough in thanatology yet to know the proper procedure for this type of thing. You just know, based upon that high medicine roll, the 19, that burning this creature will cause a toxic cloud to be released. And you guys are underground.
So I'll just move away from it. Let's go somewhere else.
What if we use the hay bale to push him into the house and close the door so his decomposition doesn't spread out around us? The house is sealed, isn't it? We should be able to fit him in
We're
there.
in an abandoned town on a blighted plateau in the ass end of nowhere. Are you worried about the property values?
I thought we were going to stay here and investigate some more, but alright, if we're done, we haven't gotten into the rest of the buildings. We don't know if this is the only one here or not,
Well, if there's more than one over here, I don't know why we'd be staying around.
What if there's something important here that we've missed? What if there's a key or something, like, what if there's a signal from the universe that we haven't yet heard, like, what if we're supposed to be here? What if Sunshine gets the inkling that we should stay, like,
At this point, I just...
think of
Why do I bother? Why do I bother?
I mean,
I think checking the house it came from might not be an inappropriate plan of action.
yeah.
We are going in there.
I also think to be fair to Van Moren, he's going to ask Sugnak for his weapon back.
Again.
Again. Just to be fair, I think he would do that at this point.
Not
Yeah.
At which I tell him, you'll get it back after your trial. Maybe.
Okay. He goes and retrieves his daggers carefully, wiping them off on the hay bale.
Give me about an hour, and then we'll go explore the room. I am then going to suit up using my surgeon's kit, so that I am fully sterilized and I am wrapped, and I have a mask. I have gloves. Everything before I go in the house.
All right, so you're actually hazmating up. Awesome.
I am hazmatting up.
That's awesome.
Stay safe, folks.
Better safe than sorry. All right, so
Yes.
is everyone waiting and allowing him to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine, so why not?
Okay.
I will spend the intervening time closely examining the corpse of the blighted aberration.
Are you touching it?
I am not,
I had to ask.
of course.
Okay.
Just wish to gain more knowledge of it, specifically to carefully study the, at this point, probably mostly visible digestive tract.
Very visible. A lot of internal organs visible in this poor creature. All right, so while you're studying that and he gets suited up, you won't find much on the corpse as far as study, aside from just basic curiosity. I will say the entire inside of the hut is actually covered in this creature's vomit. Like, it even masked up and suited up is just unbearable. You can tell that like even stepping in wrapped up like you are risks a high level risk of infection. He must have been in
Okay.
here just spewing vomit for years.
Alrighty. I'm not gonna do that then. I'm gonna just go in there.
You can. I don't mind.
I took the precautions of suiting up like with a leather vest and giant gloves
you did,
and a
and-
mask and all this.
I hate to waste that. Like, you can go in there and pick around. I don't mind. And there's a risk, but I'd hate for you to get all, dressed up and not go to the party.
I'm not stupid. So no, I like I said, I was taking the time and caution. Now that there's time, so
At least you're
Can do
already
that.
suited up. That's fair. That's fair. So where would you guys like to go from here then?
we need to rest. We need to find a place where we can recuperate, and I need to replenish my supplies of healing stuff.
Building 9 is empty. I'm just saying.
Empty of creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to go sleep in there, that's fine. It's empty. Completely safe.
Well, how about let's get out of here? Hmm? How about that? How about we get
Again.
ourselves out of this place? Is that a
I
good
agree.
idea? Yeah, let's run.
Yeah, I think we've seen all that we can see here. I don't think there's any more to discover in this place.
All right.
I've been walking around. There's no more to this town. We're done here.
All right. So, whoa. I think I'm going to refresh Roll20 real quick here. They're having
Can't
some
blame you.
issues. I just got a server connectivity-ish message from their end. They might be having problems. Let's see here.
Got the same message.
Yeah, refreshing seems to help. Oh yeah, that's much smoother. Okay. All right, so oh wow. All right, yeah. So we're good. What are you guys looking for now?
An exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Well, there's a lovely a bridge. Right across the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so which bridge are you going back across? That rickety old bridge that you guys came across to get here, where Sorsha is right now?
I mean, there's no other exit. Is there?
Possibly.
To be fair, we haven't examined much beyond the ring of town right here.
I mean, you can go that way. That's fine.
I think it would be smarter than running around out here to go back the way we came, since we need to do that anyway to get Jalali, lest we forget that she is waiting to return. An exit that hasn't previously been traversed might exclude her from our path of egress. You say that word correctly, because I don't know what that means. Google, help me.
This word is correct.
Okay, good. All right, good. Double checked. All right. I'm playing up my intelligence score. Can you tell?
So, you guys want to go back to the bridge?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm already there, so.
All right. So back to the bridge. Are you gonna cross it?
Once everyone is closer behind me, yeah, then I will begin to cross it slowly.
All right.
Very slowly, playing Built Upon Rubble again.
Okay. So you're gonna traverse it all at once.
No.
Okay.
I yell back to the party one at a time.
One at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys are gonna go one at a time, it shouldn't be an issue. Everybody
Yeah.
should be able to get across one at a time.
Okay, I'm over.
What a takedown.
I know, right? All right, so everybody gets across the bridge one at a time, and that puts us back at, I believe, the plateau. Let me make sure. Come on. All right. And that is the goal, to head back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. About to have to beat my children.
Don't say that on live stream. There's
Say-
evidence.
No. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really do it, but.
Woo. Good save.
Where is that? There, oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. That should put us back where we need to be. Yeah,
Ah, a normally functioning page.
there we
Beautiful.
go. All right. So everybody moves across the bridge. Sorsha started. So, oh, sorry. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting back across won't be an issue.
And I'm still playing Built Upon Rubble for everyone else.
Okay. Everybody gets across. I guess we'll be nice this time.
Wonderful.
One by one. You're on familiar turf at this point. At least places that you've been. You're back kind of at the edge of the plateau. So you know that to the south of you is the mushroom grove, the excavation site, the scholar's hut, where you found Zendel's skull.
Well, there's no more that I need here.
Where are you wanting to go from here?
Back the way we came, I suppose.
Towards where you left Shillelagh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so, if everyone else is in agreement.
All right.
Yep.
So traversing the plateau, we'll say just to save time, is not hard. Yeah, you already know kind of where you're going. I can tell by where you're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you head on down the ramp. back to where you left Chilele. Except she's not there when you get there. She is not there. You do see 3 fresh craters in the stone, probably from a musket, and a military pick covered in a black ichor of some type laying on the ground, as well as a decent amount of blood. Fresh blood.
Oof. Oof.
However, there are no bodies.
I do hate to ask, really, but is there a spirit here?
There is no spirit here.
All right.
Which does offer you some ease. As for the rest of you, I imagine you're probably assuming the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming something pretty awful, but it might not be the worst thing.
Well, at least she wasn't a blighted aberration waiting on you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that room to the east you guys never fully explored. She could be waiting in there. Just saying.
Yeah, how about no?
Could always check the snakes.
The snakes are an issue. Connecting to the mind of Sugnak, I actually tell him, the strong one did not perish here. She has left no spirit.
Son of a bitch, she left us.
Hey, Sugnak's got a great vision.
What's that?
So your field of vision is impressive down here. I forgot how good your eyesight was. It's just moving your token, and I can see your.
Oh,
where
gotcha.
You can
I was
see.
like, is those dwarf eyes?
Yeah, the dwarf eyes. What do your dwarf eyes see?
Like, we don't see. Can I investigate, see if it looks like she was dragged off?
Sure. Give me an investigation roll.
I turned that off. First one was a 7, though, and both are bad.
Yeah, you're just like, well, there's some blood. Looks like there were some bullets that fired, and yeah. So that happened.
She's either dead or ran off. But she didn't die here, so that's a good thing.
Thanks.
What the heck?
You're welcome.
All right, so now
I will
you're
actually look across at the eastern doorway here. I think this map is actually rotated from how we first encountered it.
possibly,
It used to be the north door.
we're mainly using directions as map visual directions rather than true compass rose.
Yeah. So I will go to the doorway leading east and examine it there. Yes, the weird room. That's
weird
the
room.
one.
There you go.
Are there any traces here on the threshold of blood or ichor?
There's blood along the edge of the threshold, yes. Nothing that you can see directly inside, though.
Okay.
It's Yeah, it's about 5 foot down. The stairs lead down as you enter that room. It's like I said before, what you can see, there's a rusted grate. The spaces between the bars are fairly wide, and you can see the nice, lovely water beneath that you're
Oh.
so familiar with.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful, I'm actually going to pull one of the fish off of my staff and chuck it into the water.
Okay. So the fish hits the water, and it's still for a moment. And then you see the liquid begin to just kind of ripple, churn slightly. And then, almost as if some part of it becomes tangible, a large, almost finger-shaped portion of it begins to lift up, forming the shape of a reptilian almost head and eyes that open up, glowing black, and it begins to look at you, swaying.
I'm remarkably invisible.
Just swaying there, looking.
I kind of nudge.
I'd rather not.
I nudge. What's Master's character's name again?
Genesis.
I nudge Genesis with an elbow and say, "You like to make new friends? Why don't you go say hi?"
What makes you think I have friends in the first place?
Now's a good time to start.
No.
I examined
Hop in there and get friendly, huh? How about you do it?
the eldritch liquid snake for a moment. And then I go away from it.
As you slowly in your manner begin to turn and leave, you hear a voice from that room saying, "Wouldst thou leave so soon, Savior? I have endured this darkness for so long, and you could bring me back to the light."
I have some very out of character thoughts that I'm not going to vocalize.
Listener pauses, looks back at the snake creature, and begins to query the collective frantically.
All right. We'll go with nature again. So there is some confusion here. The initial assessment is that this is a creature called a water weird. However, something's wrong. Something's not right. Something's different. Something's unnatural.
Something is badly blighted.
Very likely. He's still sitting there, just swaying. waiting on a response.
Listener doesn't respond to things very quickly, so he's going to ponder it about as long as I ponder it.
All right. So as you're pondering, he continues to speak. He says, "Come, little fleshlings. Come and see. I have such things to show you down here in the depths." I mean you no harm. It does not behoove me to hurt you. Why, no, in fact, you could bring me outside. Back to the cool, clean waters I once knew.
Practically speaking, Listener was born yesterday, but that's the advantage of the hive mind, really,
Yes,
is that you don't have to act like it.
this is true.
I reach out. Who's actually close to the room here? Is everybody in the room?
Yeah, I think so.
According to the tokens, it's just you.
Yeah, that's why I ask.
I would assume so. Like, Sugnet came into... Whoa, my god, what happened to your token? Sugnet came in to investigate, so he would be in there. I don't know about everybody else. We'll say Van Warren is, just because he's Van Warren.
He does move around a lot.
Yeah.
I probably would have moved in there already.
All right, that's fair.
So, yeah.
All right. Genesis, I would not be surprised if she held back. She's very careful.
Yeah.
I'd probably be in the doorway where I could watch everyone.
All right.
Not actually in the room.
So the voices you guys can hear.
Since Sugnak was already here investigating, I had already communicated with him once. I would say to him again, there is a creature is that way. Its kind was not always deadly or malicious, but I suspect this one means us harm.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Leave me alone?
Oh, shit.
Why would you leave me alone? I've been alone for so long. The solitude is beginning to gnaw at my mind. You have no idea what it's like to be left here in the dark for centuries.
Why have you been here for centuries all alone?
Well, I did have a friend not long ago. But she didn't
What,
play very well for very long.
Why didn't they play well?
She tried to hurt me.
What did you do that deserved hurting?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I am just a benevolent creature, left here by pure accident, by pure chance, by pure twist of fate. I have been dropped into these depths, left to meander in the darkness alone.
What dropped you there?
The world.
Which way's the exit?
Which exit? The way you came in?
The way we came in?
Yeah, that's north, where the grate is and the skeletal snakes.
I'm gonna say, yeah, good luck with that. And I'm gonna head north.
Okay. So you're heading up to the grate?
Yep.
Okay.
World just dropped something and it killed its friend. Fuck that.
Okay.
Yeah, Saoirse's uneasy. I'm going to begin to make my way out as well.
All right, so you're heading north too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One big problem the ropes are gone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was
The ropes for what?
Minor issue.
the
To
ones
climb
you
up?
the ones you climbed down to get here.
Motherfucker.
And you do still see something swimming around out there in the water that seems to be getting very curious about you.
I'ma back up a bit.
So Sugnak can take.
Yeah.
And in fact,
Nope.
I'm gonna back up a bit towards like Wilhelm, basically.
All right. You can kind of hear the creature in the other room chuckling at this point.
Wilhelm and Genesis.
You can hear him chuckling at this point. He says, I see you may have discovered that I removed those obnoxious little ropes you brought down. I didn't want you to leave without me.
Does it seem to be telling the truth when it says that?
Make an insight check.
All right.
At least it believes what it's saying. I'll say that.
Okay.
This thing may
'Cause,
not
I
be
mean,
entirely right in its head based upon what you're reading off of it. Like, its thoughts are incredibly chaotic.
Yes, it's just I assume that because the collective knows what a water weird is, it kind of knows a little about how they work.
One of the things that the collective is kind of freaked out about is the fact that water weirds don't talk.
They shouldn't, really.
No.
But they should also remain bound to whatever water they're in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
So,
something not entirely
highly
right.
suspicious.
So, are you standing where you're standing on your token?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
So give me a perception check, if you would.
There you are, sir.
Okay. On the grate, right about here, you see Shillelagh's backpack.
Mm-hmm. Once more to Sugnak. This is the one that has taken her.
Well, balls.
It has a larger reach than it seems.
And you said it's just like an eye stalk hanging out of the water?
No, it's like a serpentine neck and head made of water.
Okay. I'll be laden skin, or be honest, it's skin laden. My critical thinking's not really
Yeah.
on par right now.
Perhaps we should call it here before we make a bad mistake while dealing with a creature that is. Because I'm willing to bet that if I flip over to the other screen, smiling very broadly at the mistakes that may come.
No, you guys are fine. Let's go ahead.
Volatile and unknowable is a bad combination.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. He's fine. He's friendly. He just wants a little cuddle.
We get into fights really often.
He's very lonely.
It's a bad habit of ours.
He's very lonely. He just wants a cuddle.
Yeah, Saoirse's. She don't trust it.
I would also vote that we should probably call the session before we get too engaged with the creature, because, like, you hate to cut a conversation off right before you fight.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. That's all good. So we can call it here. It's a safe enough spot. We'll just remember that you were engaged with the weird.
Hey,
Discussion.
Yes.
engaged in discussion is what he said. I think it just cut out
Oh.
the first part.
I thought he was
Rather
like,
than engaged in combat.
No, I just said the word a discussion. You're like, So I'm like, no, we're having a discussion. Discussion.
just a discussion. No,
It's a
that's fine.
discussion.
That's fine. And to you guys and anyone watching, we're most likely going to have our newest crew member join us next week. Her character's actually already been down here this whole time. You just haven't seen her yet.
She's the weird.
She's the weird.
We've introduced her new character, and she dies 3 seconds later because we don't know what's going on. All right, now it's time to roll again.
Yeah, let's hope not. But yeah, so we will we'll pick this up next week. It's actually been an interesting session. I appreciate it, guys.
Has been an interesting one.
Yep.
So to those of you watching, tune in next week and meet our new member, Poison. She'll be joining us. We may actually wrap up this particular module next week, depending on you guys.
We shall see.
Yes, but as always, it's been fun, and it's been real, and it's been real fun.
Farewell, dear audience.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks.